Being a new mom comes with a lot of anxiety, but how much anxiety is normal? Today we're talking about signs of postpartum anxiety and when you need to seek help. Welcome back to Every Mama's Midwife. If you're new, my name's Jess. I'm a certified nurse midwife and infertility mom, and I am so excited to be back making videos. I just had a 5-month hiatus for my own postpartum anxiety and mental health. If you stick around to the end of the video, I will give you an update about baby August. Even though I work in healthcare and I'm surrounded by doctors and nurses and midwives on a daily basis, and I help patients manage their own postpartum anxiety for a living, I had really bad postpartum anxiety after the birth of my first child, and nobody caught it. Not even me. I didn't realize how far it had spiraled out of control until I started taking anxiety medication to help me sleep, and then my anxiety suddenly improved, and I realized the way I was feeling was definitely not normal. I was more aware of my anxiety this time around, and even though I reached out early and got help, it's still been a journey. I am doing better, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who reached out with supportive comments. So what are the signs that you need to watch for? The biggest one is intrusive thoughts that spiral out of control. If you have a specific horrific thought that is playing through your head over and over, you probably have postpartum anxiety. I had several intrusive thoughts after my first baby, and the most persistent one was around camping, despite the fact that we had no camping trips planned. One of our favorite campsites in Eastern Washington has vault toilets, so they're basically a toilet seat that sits over a hole in the ground. And I would just lay awake in bed at night for hours thinking, what if we go camping and I have to go to the bathroom and then my daughter falls into the vault toilet and then I jump in and try and save her and we both drown in sewage? The odds of that happening, especially when we had no plans to go camping, were virtually non-existent, but I spent a lot of time worrying about it. This brings me to warning sign number 2. If your worries are keeping you up at night and you're not sleeping. Sleep is such a challenge for most of us in the first year postpartum, and if your baby is asleep, you should be so tired that you can go to sleep too. If your baby is sleeping peacefully and all you can do is stare at them to make sure they're still breathing or lay awake and worry, then you need to seek help. Third, if you are finding it hard to leave the house because of a specific fear, that is not normal. Years ago, I cared for a mom who was convinced that if she put her baby in a stroller, she would lose control of the stroller and it would go down a flight of stairs, so she didn't want to leave the house at all. Is the risk of that happening absolutely zero? No. But is the risk so high that you should stay home and never leave the house? No. And finally, number 4, some intrusive thoughts can seem so awful that they lead to thoughts of, well, maybe it would just be better if I was dead. If you are having any thoughts of self-harm, please contact your healthcare provider. If anything in this video hit home, please know you're not alone. You can call or text Postpartum Support International for free, confidential support. Fortunately, there are a lot of options for managing your postpartum anxiety, so if you'd like to hear about those, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss my next video. As promised, here's what baby August is up to now. He's crawling and even sometimes pulling himself up to stand. He weighs 23 pounds and he will eat anything you put in front of him. His favorites right now are blueberries and strawberries. And please let me know how you're doing as well. If you had an embryo transfer, was it successful? Or if you were pregnant, have you had your baby? I'd love to know how things are going for all of you. Thank you so much for watching.